foolish mortals.
Hello there. Are you insane? Get out of here!
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Right, off you go.
Welcome to Average Joe Orlando. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Average Joe Orlando reporting for KMV Travel. I'm your host, Joe, and today we're going to be discussing the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. Now, this year it's going to be running from March 4th to June 1st, and this is Epcot's second festival of the year. It's basically a festival park at this point. Epcot kicks off the year with the Festival of the Arts. That's with the Broadway and the arts, and then it leads into the Flower and Garden. Then in late summer, early fall, we're going to have the Food and Wine Festival, and then, of course, wrapping up the year with the Festival of the Holidays. All the festivals have become a little more similar now. Kind of started with Food and Wine and Flower and Garden, and introducing a lot of food booths and a lot of different concerts. And now everyone kind of always feels like now those food booths are out throughout the park at all times of the year. You'll get those rare few weeks in between the festivals where the booths are out there and everything is closed, but it's a very weird time to see the parks not having a festival. So gearing up for this festival, they'll start planting all the plants in the topiaries and getting the flowers going. This is the fun springtime festival. So let's deep dive into the festival and talk about all the offerings they have. This episode of Average Joe Orlando is sponsored by KMV Travel, a travel agency that helps families of all shapes and sizes plan personalized vacations and create unforgettable memories. No matter where you're traveling, to your favorite theme park, aboard a cruise, on an all-inclusive getaway, or beyond, the dedicated advisors at KMV Travel will provide personalized travel guidance and unmatched service at no additional cost to you. To learn more and start planning your vacation with expert guidance, visit kmvtravel.com/Joe. Now, the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, I feel like I'm just going to say Flower and Garden from here on out, features a lot of things such as the different gardens and topiaries to walk around, so there's a lot of things to see. Obviously, all the outdoor kitchens, the food booths, and then the nightly concert series, as well as the dining packages, which we will get into. However, they also offer additional things. Obviously, all the regular scheduled shows and rides are all there to enjoy, as well as the fireworks at the end of the night. However, every year they kind of tweak different offerings. So this year they're going to be having the Butterfly Landing. So now this returns every year. This is over near the Imagination Pavilion. It does close every day at dusk. It's fun to go in throughout the season too and see all the different cocoons and who have hatched and everything. But the Butterfly Landing, you can walk through the different butterfly garden. You also have this year presented by Scentsy, if you know, like the Smellephants on parade over at Storybook Circus at the Magic Kingdom. Same company sponsoring. This is the Blossoms of Fragrance. So the theme of this one is follow your nose and form lasting memories with the help of fresh, unforgettable fragrances on the Bridge to World Showcase. So it'll be interesting to see what they do over there. For the kids, they have the Play Along Bay. So this is going to be a little playground. This is the Rose Walk Play Garden over close to like the Imagination Pavilion to Canada, if you know that walkway. This one is presented by Smuckers. I will say in the past they did give out Uncrustable sandwiches, and I know every time I would go, I would grab an Uncrustable sandwich because who doesn't like an Uncrustable, and it tastes better when it's free. And then they're also going to have a Camp Get Out and Play Garden, and this is where it's like a camp-themed garden, and this is in World Celebration between the Creation Shops and the Odyssey, kind of near the Test Track area, if you know this one. So different play areas for the kids, all presented by different sponsors they're doing this year. And then they're also going to be bringing back Spike's Pollination Exploration. So this is similar if you've been during Easter when they do the eggs, they do during... I'm trying to think what they do during the holidays. They have all the different ones for kids, and adults can do this as well. And you get a scavenger hunt. So this is Spike the bee, and you're going on the pollination trail. So you head around the countries, and you look for the different landmarks, and you mark them off on the map. And then when you turn them in, you get a prize. There is a small fee for this, and it'll be around the park to get. I've done this a few times because you do get a prize at the end, and it kind of gives you something to do every time you go. Also, of course, PhotoPass is going to be having the special options where you could have different props, and then also putting like the orange bird and such inside all your photos. And then Communicore Hall, once again, is being used for what it was built for. So Communicore Hall was built, basically, it looks during the year a little boring when there's not a festival going on, kind of just looks like a high school cafeteria. But they did a great job this year for the Festival of the Arts, where they made it into the Broadway area. And so it'd be nice to see what they do this year. So they're going to calling it going, get a bee's eye view of the garden that's larger than life as it transitions from day to night. So it'll be interesting to see how they transform this space, this go around. Now, you could always pick up everything also to get one of those gift cards. So they have the Orange Bird and Spike the Bee little watering can gift cards. So always a great idea if you want to say, hey, I only want to spend $100 on food, load up a gift card and use that as you go around. And you could load it up to whatever denomination you want, but kind of helps you control your spending a little bit when you go. And then they're going to have special merchandise also. So a big thing for, if you know the Festival of the Arts, Figment is all over that one. This one, they really kind of taken the Orange Bird and Spike the Bee and made them more of the icons of this festival also. And then let's talk about the gardens and topiaries. So now they bring back most of them every year. Usually they'll add 1 or 2 new ones and kind of rotate them. And they'll be all around the park. So for the gardens and topiaries, you're going to have Mickey, Minnie, Chip and Dale, and Pluto. That's going to be in World Celebration. Tinkerbell's Fairy House Garden in the UK, Simba and Friends near the Imagination Pavilion, Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Rabbit, all the friends between Canada and the UK. Goofy is moved this year to the walkway behind the Imagination Pavilion and World Showcase. Lady and the Tramp over in Italy. You have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in Germany again, Beauty and the Beast in France again, and then Tiana once again returning to the American Adventure Pavilion. So these are all the different topiaries that you could see. Like I said, some of them move around each year. Some of them will stay in the same spot. You'll have Miguel and Dante from Coco in the Mexico Pavilion, and then the characters from Encanto near the Imagination Pavilion. And then they also have Pixar ones, so you have the Toy Story characters. That's going to be near the main entrance this time. You have Lightning McQueen and Mater. That's in World Discovery near the Connections Cafe. And Mike Wazowski, you have to say it like that, and Sully in the World Celebration near the Creation Shop. Figment, World Celebration Gardens. We have Groot. I remember he actually will sometimes play music on the cassette tape. Cool one to see. So he's going to be near the Joffrey's Coffee Tea Company, near Coffee and Tea Company near the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction, and then Stitch over near Mission Space. Now, there's also going to be some other offerings throughout that area. So as you walk around, different things to see. This year, they're going to be bringing some new things. So this year, it's going to be a pet-friendly garden where you can learn about pet-friendly gardening inspired by Mickey's best pal, Pluto. So that's going to be in the World Nature near the Seas Pavilion. And then we're also going to be doing, I'm looking through all my notes because there's a lot of new stuff coming this year, a wildlife crossing garden near Communicore Hall. And this is how animals safely roam at this garden inspired by the new Disney Pixar film Hoppers. So to promote the new film. And then trendy tropical gardens. So discover a world of plants and that never go out of style, and that's going to be between Morocco and France Pavilion, so they have that opening over there. That's trendy tropical gardens, a lot of hard words to say. And then Rain or Shine fruit stand presented by Outshine. This is near Communicore Plaza, and this is to celebrate the water cycle and how water nurtures crops in all its forms. I love seeing these kind of things because really this is what Epcot is supposed to be about, edutainment, so educational entertainment. So nice that they're incorporating a lot of these things, and they also brought in some new sponsors and just a way to freshen it up so that this doesn't get stale. So a lot of really fun things to do. So they're also going to be having some other exciting offerings. So the community garden, so in World Nature near the land, they're going to have an area where you can connect with Earth and each other at a spotted inspired communal garden. We're going to have the Camp Get Out and Play, which I mentioned earlier, where you can explore the camp-themed playground, always busy over there. And then the Sensi's Fragrances, Butterfly Landing, and then there's also the Honey Bistro, hosted by the National Honey Board. So this is the walkway behind Imagination into World Showcase, over by like the Canada side, where you can learn about honeybees and try treats made possible by their work. Always popular over there. And then returning also the English Tea Garden, presented by the Twinings Tea. That's over in the UK. They also do tours over there, and they're complimentary. You can just go inside and they'll do tours of the garden talking about tea, if that is your thing. And then the outdoor kitchens. So around all the countries, I know I'm breezing through this, there's a lot of information. Around as we walk through the countries, as well also in the front of the park, there'll be all the booths. You can get your little booklet and walk around and try all the different outdoor kitchens. And as I mentioned, they are offering, once again, the gift cards if you want to purchase those so that you can control your spending a little bit. And for this one, all the theming is going to be more about flowers and gardens, and as you see, honeybees. So a little bit more theme and then more Instagrammable items as well. Also, the Garden Rock series included with the price of admission, so there are different ones each night. However, if you want to guarantee one, so if there's a certain concert that you're like, I really want to see this one, I want to guarantee, always recommend doing the dining package. So they do that similar. They started that, I think, with Candlelight, where it gets very popular. But at most participating restaurants, you can go for the dining package. You get an entree, dessert, or you can get a full buffet if that's offered there. Non-alcoholic beverage, or if you're over 21, an alcoholic beverage. If you go to Spice Road, one of my favorite restaurants, you get 2 plates. You get something shared dessert, non-alcoholic and or alcoholic. And then every time that you get one of these, you also get 1 ticket for a guaranteed seat. So when you look at the American Adventure Pavilion at the stage facing the water, towards the left side, you'll see an entrance going down there. For anybody that has one of these tickets, you pick what show you want, and then you just tell them, hey, I want to eat here when you book it. And then you pick your restaurant, and then you also pick your time to eat, and then you also pick your time for the show. So just make sure you're there, because it is a time specific. They do usually 3 concerts a night. If you do not want to do that, that is totally fine. You could line up early or take your chances and get there a little bit and try to stand in the back. But over facing out on the waterway to the right will be like the standby line. I will say they do sell a lot of packages now. Sometimes it fills up 90% of the theater. Sometimes it doesn't fill up that many. It really depends on the show. But if you really want to guarantee that dining package is definitely something I would recommend. All the prices are listed online. For instance, if you wanted to do like beer garden for an adult, which is anybody 10 and up, is $66 a person. As I mentioned, that's like the full buffet, a drink, and then also it includes it. However, you could use your dining plan for this. So like you could look online, for instance, beer garden, that would be 1 table service meal. So definitely an option. If you have any questions or looking to book this along with your trip, our friends over at KMV Travel will be able to help you out with your dining as well, with all your booking needs. Now, for last minute, if you are like me and you get there and you go, oh, actually, I do want to do this, because a lot of times I don't plan. I just go to the parks. You can dine without reservations at Regal Eagle Smokehouse. So this is actually my favorite quick service in the park. This is the barbecue restaurant over at the American Adventure Pavilion. And this is all quick service barbecue, and they do dining without reservations. So if it is available, you could purchase them at the location. So just check the availability for same-day dining package. So if you get to the park and you go, I really want to see these people, I'll eat here, go over to the American Adventure, and they should be able to help you out if it is still available for that day, because there are obviously a limited amount of packages that are sold each day for capacity reasons. Getting into the concert. So who do we want to see? There is somebody every single night. So starting in March, we got March 5th, 6th, and 7th. We have the music of ABBA. March 8th and 9th, Simple Plan. Not every night. I apologize. Select nights. It's mostly the peak nights. Some nights it will be a little more quiet. March 13th and 14th, Blue October. 15th and 16th, you got Billy Ocean. 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, you have the orchestra starting... ELO and ELO Part 2 former members. A lot of these groups are either going to be ones that are, they call it the Flower Power Concert Series, so more of retro bands or bringing other ones back. That was how it originally started, and now it kind of grown into a really full concert lineup full of different acts every single night. You got March 27th and 28th, Herman's Hermits. 29th and 30th, we have 38 Special. And then looking into April, this is a longer event. We have 3rd and 4th, you got Chubby Checker. 5th and 6th, Sugar Ray. 10th and 11th, new for this year, the Information Society. 12th and 13th, Rick Springfield. 17th and 18th, Berlin. 19th and 20th, the Commodores. 24th and 25th, Firehouse. 26th and 27th, Air Supply. And that'll be for April, going over into May as it warms up. 1st and 2nd, A Flock of Seagulls. 3rd and 4th, Plain White Tees. 8th and 9th, you have Katrina, formerly of Katrina and the Waves. Sure. May 10th and 11th, 98 Degrees. You got 15th and 16th, The Spinners. 17th and 18th, Josiah Queen. May 22nd and 23rd, I'm a Tangi? I am terrible at pronouncing names. Sure. 24th and 25th, AJ. Oh, wow. I am terrible at these names. CROCE? Croce? Sure. I am really bad at pronouncing names. You got 29th and 23rd, Queensryche. 31st, Maverick City Music. And then going into June, the end of the event, Maverick City Music will close it out on June 1st. So a lot of different concerts going on. As I said, if there's somebody that you're really interested in, definitely you're going to want to look into that dining package. Might be something for you. Or what I've done in the past, grab a drink, walk up in the back, listen to a song or two, and then keep walking around. If you go on a night that doesn't have a concert, it'll tend to be a little less busy, but of course, that is up to you. But everything is included with the price of admission, which is one of those great things about this one. You could just walk around the park, check out the topiaries, and go at your own free will of how you like to explore the event. There's no wrong or right way to enjoy the festival. Anyway, so that is everything going on this year for the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. So if you're ready to have not the average vacation, be sure to reach out to our sponsor, KMV Travel, a travel agency that provides complimentary vacation planning assistance to families of all shapes and sizes to destinations including theme parks, most major cruise lines, all-inclusive destinations, and beyond. Start planning today at kmvtravel.com/Joe. Once again, that's kmvtravel.com/Joe. Link in the description box below. Well, with that, I hope you learned something about the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, and I hope you get to enjoy the event this year. Once again, my apologies if I mispronounced anything because I know I'm terrible at that. It's tough. I try sounding it out. What are you going to do? Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And once again, I am Joe, and this has been Average Joe Orlando reporting for KMV Travel, and I will see you at the parks. Thanks for taking a ride with Average Joe Orlando.
You made it!
I knew you would. Is everyone okay? Hope you still want to open an account.
Say cheese! See you later!
Thanks, everybody. You were brilliant.
At this time, gather up your personal belongings and take your small grubs by their grubby little hands as you exit. Thank you.